Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I'm making the crankshaft of my 2-inch scale Fowler Showman's traction engine. So we're going to carry on with this. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to mount this in the milling machine for now instead of the lathe. I'm going to machine the tops of these off. There. And there. Down to the right height. I think it's about 1/2 inch from the centre of the shaft to the top it's got to be. And then what I'll do is machine the sides on each one down so that the overall width is 1 inch there. And then on the milling machine I'm going to take out most of the material on the cranks from here on both of them, so it's not so much material to take off on the lathe. So let's get this set up and do these tops first. Right, I've got this set up. That's cutters set to 0 on the top. I've got to take 1/4 inch off of there and the same off of this one. So I'll get on and do this one now. Right, this is the last cut on this one. Right, that's that one done. I'll just do the other one and get back to you. Right, so that's both tops done. Next thing, I'll turn it around and machine these to 1 inch. Equal amounts off both sides. I'll just set that up. Right, I've got this set up ready to machine these faces. You can see I've blacked here and done some scribe lines. I've marked it out so my 1 inch wide piece is equal on the centre of the shaft line. Right, I'll just get on and machine that. Right, just machining the top of this off now. Right, this is the last cut on this side. Lovely. Right, I'll just turn these over and do the other 3 sides and I'll get back to you. Right. Oops. Right, what I'll do is I'll just file that up and then we'll have a look at it. Right, so now I've machined these to 1 inch wide. The next thing I'm going to do in the mill machine is I'm going to mark out and machine most of the material out there. That's got to be 1/2 inch wide, but I've got to just take out enough, allowing for 11/16 crank there in that one and on this one. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'll set it up in the milling machine to machine that out. Right, so I've started machining the slot there, take out some of the material. I might change the cutter. Right, so I've changed the cutter, seems to be a bit better. Right, this is the last cut on this one. That's as deep as I'm going. Right, we'll just have a look at that. Right, so I've taken most of the material out of there. All I've got to do now is skim the insides of these, because that's supposed to be 1/2 inch. I've used a slightly smaller cutter. And then turn the crank down to 11/16. I'll just do this side, get back to you. Right, so now you can see what I'm on about. Now I can set this in the lathe between centres. Let's just get that set up. Right, so I've got this set in between centres to do this crank. This one here. So if I just let that run, you'll see that that's running pretty centre, look. And when I measure, I've got these set at 1 inch. So from the centre of that shaft to there is about centre, 1 inch centres. So that's great. Now I've got to sort of cutter out to fit between there to do that. And also I've got to skim the insides of these, because I've used a slightly smaller cutter than 1/2 inch, just in case I was a little bit out of square, but it's looking good. Right, so let's get a cutter set up. Right, I've had a job to find a cutter to fit in there, so I'm going to just try with my parting off tool. Slowly, I've slowed down the speed. I'm just going to try with that cutter. Right. Right, it's getting there. It's finding the right cutter to do the job. So I'll just carry on. Right, I've changed back to the parting tool. Slowly working my way across the crank. Back and forth slowly. Right, that's the first crank done. I'm happy with that. Just bring the camera around here if I can. Show you. There we are. Not bad. Now I'll have to turn it around, I think, and do the other one here, because you've got this bit here. If I move over there, this will be banging on the tool post. Right, so let's do the other one. Right, so that's the machining of the crankshaft. I'm very happy with that. Next thing I got to do, there's some weights that go on here, which then will be the same radius as this end. So I'll machine on the lathe the slots across here for the little straps that hold the weights on, and then mark out where the keys have got to go for the gears. Yes, good. I'm happy. Right, hi everyone. Today I'm going to now finish cutting these to length, marking out where the keyways have got to go for the gears. There's a sliding gear here, fixed gear here that'll have one keyway, and a sliding gear here. Right, I've got this set up there to do the 4 keys on the flywheel side. So there'll be 4 keys there, 4 keys there at 90 degrees round there, a single key there, and a single key in the end. So I'll just get on and do these 4 there. This is the last cut on this one. Right, I'll just rotate that 90 degrees. There we are. Right, I'll just cut the next one. Right, this is the last cut on the second one. Right, I'll just rotate that. "90 degrees. I'll just do the third one. So we're on the last cut of the third one. Right. Right, there we are. I'm just lowering it just to touch the top. Then I'll zero out my digital relay. Then I can go down the right depth. Right, and now we've got the last cut on the fourth one. Right. There we are. So that's the 4 keys done for that sliding gear. So next I'll set it up and do the other 4 sliding keys. I'll get back to you on that one. Right, so that's the 4 keys on this side and the 4 keys on this side. Next I've got a single key to go here and a single key to go there. This one here is for the flywheel and this one's for the fixed gear. Right, I'll just do those. Right, I've cut the single key here for the fixed gear. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the cutter. What I'm going to do, I'll just show you the drawing. On the drawing, hang on, I'll just zoom out a bit. The weight here has a strap to hold it on, but in the crankshaft there's a groove machined across the top. As you can see, that's the side view of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that while I've got it in the milling machine and in the dividing head so I can rotate it. So that's what I do now. Right, what I've done is I've centered the cutter on the middle of this flange, changed the cutter to cut a groove in the curved side. So I'm just going to do that now. By rotating this. Right, that's that one done. I'll just do the other 3 and get back to you. Right, that's the 4 grooves on the top of these done. I've got to hold this in the vise to do this last key here. If I wind that round there for the flywheel. So what I'll do is I'll hold these in the vise because that's how I machine these. And I know they're square, so I'll do the grooves down the sides in the vise now. So I'll just set that up. Right, I'm just doing the last cut on the last keyway. That'll be for the flywheel. There we are. So there's the flywheel keyway. 4 keys for one sliding gear. That's for the fixed gear. And 4 keyways for that sliding gear. Right, now what I'll do is I'll set these up and cut the channel in there. Right, so I'm just about to start cutting these channels down the sides. That's the last cut on this one. Great. So that's the one channel on there. I'll just get it set up in the center for the next one. Do the other 7 sides. Right, this is the last cut on the side of the cranks for the straps for the weights. There we are. Take it out and have a look at it. Right, that's basically the crankshaft machined. That's turned out a lot better and a lot easier than what I thought it would be. Let's put it on the traction engine. So there we got the finished machined crankshaft in. That went better than I thought, having never done one before. So I've got the key for the flywheel, the 4 keys for the sliding gear, which will mesh with this one. And then there's a fixed gear here, so this will slide in and mesh with it. And then there's 4 keys here, which should take a sliding gear, which then will slide in and mesh with this gear here. Good. And these grooves here are for the straps that hold the weights on, which go on here later on. I'm very happy with it. Right, I think what I'll do next will be to carry on and finish the rest of the gears. It's only 3. The sliding gear there, the fixed gear there, and the sliding gear there. And then I'll probably do the weights and the straps and then the eccentrics. Finish that bit. And then I can machine all the bits that fit on the top of the boiler, like the waste shaft bracket, cylinder block. It's all got to be machined to fit nicely there. And also the little bit round there. So, please subscribe to my channel and join me as I build a 2-inch scale Fowler Showman's traction engine.